Well, the wait is over. You're now tuning into my full Meizu X8 review. This is the new, really amazing budget phone from Meizu that packs the Snapdragon 710, the thinnest bezels, USB Type-C, and fast charging, and it's a global software for around $210. And this is direct competitor to Xiaomi's Redmi Note 7. So if you're looking at the best phone around $200, I suggest you definitely keep watching because the Meizu X8 is absolutely sensational. But don't just take my word for it. As always, I'm here to show you why it's that good as well. First of all, unlike Xiaomi and other companies, Meizu already has the fast charging charger, 18 watts inside the package. You don't need to go and buy your own charger, which is incredible. Next up, specs: Snapdragon 710. Stellar performance and really good battery life, best balance, and this is perhaps the best chip that Qualcomm have ever done in my opinion. Amazing battery life. This has a 3200 mAh battery, but it delivers above 10 hours of screen on time for browsing YouTube. It's just really good battery life. Don't let the small battery fool you. This is a great endurance device. Next up, the thinnest bezels and best looking budget notch I've ever seen. So bezels on this phone are practically non-existent. This is flagship quality craftsmanship you're seeing here at $200, and the smallest notch you ever see at this price. You barely know it's there, and you can also disable it from the software menu. Build quality. This is a very well done phone. It's very thin, it's very light, and it feels very solid, and it also feels very premium in your hand. The back is plastic with some kind of glass type coating, so it does feel a bit like glass. At 160 grams, this is perhaps the thinnest phone at this price range and the lightest one. It's just below 8 millimeters at its thinnest point and around 8.2 at its thickest point. So this is a very compact, very one-hand usage friendly device. Anywhere you look at it, it does have USB Type-C, and it also has headphone jack and flagship grade dual cameras on the back, the Sony IMX362 and another camera for depth of field, and there's also a 20 megapixel Sony camera on the front. The phone has a rear fingerprint scanner and also supports Face ID unlock. So what's next on the agenda? Handling. As I said, the phone handles superbly with one hand. If you're a child, woman, grown man, doesn't matter. This phone is as beautiful and as well crafted as you please for $200. Definitely a step above the Redmi Note series, which for all the specs they bring always felt a bit cheap. This is gone with the Meizu X8 here. Now onto the software. The Meizu X8 is running Flyme 7 OS with global software inside. And first of all, I'll show you how to hide the notch if you don't want to. It's in display settings, and as you can see, it doesn't really make all that much difference. And I've ended up staying with the notch on this phone just because it's that small and it really doesn't bother me. That's even better than any iPhone I've seen. Doesn't matter if it's like a $200 phone or anything. Navigation, Meizu have thought of everything. So you want on-screen keys, you want gesture navigation, or you want a kind of home key. Meizu have it all. The M back is a on-screen key which acts as the one home key. The easy gesture system is a gesture navigation system, and if you want, you can also enable the 3 signature Android keys for navigation as well. And as I did mention, the phone supports Face ID unlock, which is pretty fast and comes with the January security update. Really well done here by Meizu. The list of official languages supported in the device is not huge, but they do tend to cover like pretty much all the important language groups. So like not 100 languages in there, but there are definitely 30 that actually count. And you know it's a global version by the H at the end of the phone. This is running Android Oreo as well, and as I said, this is the global version Flyme OS, and it does come with the level 3 DRM security support, and Snapdragon 710's GPS does not disappoint inside or outside. Really fast and really accurate GPS connection. Again, about battery life, if you're looking like daily usage, this is definitely a 2 days heavy usage type of phone. In gaming, it's a bit less, it's around 4.5 hours, but this small battery really does wonders. I'm telling you, it's just I never expected this good battery life out of 3020 mAh battery, and this is all thanks to software optimization and the Snapdragon 710. The display on this device is an LCD panel, and at this price is basically pretty much anything, the best device you can get. Colors are absolutely really well done, really accurate. So there's no HDR support, but contrasting colors are very vibrant, and display gets very bright as well. Sound quality was also a big plus for me for the Meizu X8. Now, what about daily performance? The Snapdragon 710 really flies opening and like running through apps. But the Flyme software does things differently apart from the software. So it doesn't tend to keep a lot of stuff in RAM, but it tends to preload apps. So it uses a OneMind AI engine inside the device to preload all the apps you use. So the more you use the device, the more the apps you use will be preloaded in the background, and when you start them, they will look like they've been started and like absolutely start instantaneously. So the first week or two by using this device, you will feel a bit more apps reloading, but after that, they will actually become less and less to the point where you probably won't feel them, because like the 10-12 apps you always use, they will always be preloaded in the background. And the phone can do split screen multitasking with pretty much any app. You don't even have to have the app open like most devices that run really stock Android. So Flyme 7 is really good in that department. Gaming. The phone here can actually handle really demanding games at mid to high level of details. I'm talking about Unreal Engine 4 games like PUBG, 1H2, and the new Formula 1 game. And this Meizu X8 is one of the phones that supports Fortnite installation, so you can definitely install and play Fortnite on this. Just know that you have to lower the settings, because currently the Fortnite game is like really demanding, and if you put it on low settings, it will run fine, but anything above that, the game requires 6 GB of RAM at minimum. So if you're keen on playing Fortnite on the Meizu X8, I do suggest you go with the 6 GB RAM version. Otherwise, you'll feel a bit of these slowdowns from time to time. This is because there's not enough system RAM to go around. Fortnite is a massive resource hog when it comes to RAM, but once everything loads, it actually runs pretty fine. So apart from Fortnite, any other game I've tried runs really good on this device. Next up, and finally, it's the camera, and boy, are cameras here good. So the front camera is definitely not the center of the device, but delivers really good selfies. It's a fixed focus camera, there's no autofocus in it, it has auto HDR, and this has beauty AI. If you use the portrait side of the camera, the photos will look a bit more clearer, and I did find out that even in low light environments, the front camera actually delivered pretty amazing selfies. So at this price, I would definitely say the front camera suffices, and then some. But the main accent is on the rear cameras. I don't know how Meizu have done it. This packs the Sony IMX362, which is an older version than the IMX363, but perhaps better lenses and better software optimizations and Snapdragon 710. The Meizu X8 camera is really good, and as far as manual mode goes, you can go to like 20 seconds of exposure. It does have AI scene recognition, and it can shoot 4K video. The video itself, the quality is great, the sound quality is good, but there is no stabilization, so it's a bit shaky. Make sure you hold the phone tight when you are doing the videos. Apart from that, the quality is really good. Okay, just let the photos speak for themselves, but throw in a few words here. The Meizu X8 is the best rear camera phone I've tested in the $200 price range. Good light, low light, the camera absolutely doesn't care. It delivers stunning quality photos every time. Very fast shutter speed, very fast picture taking. The AI mode doesn't oversaturate too much. It just mind-blowing how good this camera is. Apart from the lack of stabilization in the shaky video, picture quality wise, you will absolutely be thrilled with the camera. Low light indoors, whatever you want to shoot, at this price you won't find a better camera phone. I was absolutely blown away how good this rear camera was on this device. The Meizu X8 rear camera is fantastic. I know the Redmi Note 7 just came out and that's getting a lot of praise from reviewers, but it's got to do pretty hard to beat this. I mean, just look at those shots. This is all handheld shots without stabilization. I have no idea how the phone does it so good. So the Meizu X8 for me is an absolutely must buy at this price for anyone looking for the all-round package. Thanks for watching my video review. Give it a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to my channel for more stuff like this.